Okay, welcome back to the War Room. I want to thank everyone joining us on the live stream, especially those coming in from citizenfreepress.com. Great new aggregator. It's been around quite some time now, but I know getting a lot of traction out there and just linking live into the YouTube from the YouTube feed. So we're very grateful for everybody joining us, and especially our new friends. Over to Stephen K. Bannon.
Go to netsuite.com/Bannon, Bannon, get your 7 action steps every entrepreneur should take in this economic inferno. Guys, I want to toss it back into the war room to debate what Larry Elder had to say. And Vish, right now, since we got you in the saddle, tell us about the movie. Give us an in-depth analysis of this film.
Well, the movie starts by following a young black man named Chad Jackson, who has his own HVAC company in Texas, and it basically goes through this sort of history of first him, where he's sort of explaining, hey, I used to be a Democrat. I used to think that I believed in, well, because he's a Christian first, that, he wanted to help people who are poor and who are downtrodden and whatnot. And one day, he's having a conversation with his friend, and, he basically, the friend says, are you sure you're a Democrat? And he says, yeah, I'm a Democrat because, the Bible tells you need to be charitable to those who are downtrodden and who are poor. And he says, well, hold on. Does the Bible say the government needs to be charitable and downtrodden to the poor, or do you need to be charitable and downtrodden to the poor? And that sort of begins this narrative that branches off to Herman Cain's experience of how he came to be a conservative. Then Alan West and Carol Swain and Candace Owens and all these folks who basically go through this narrative that they've been lied to their whole lives since they were young folks, since they were kids, and how they had to explore on their own and ask questions on their own to come to the realization that they're actually conservatives, that they're actually Republicans, and that most of the black community, if you look at it if you look at the values that they follow and hold up, that they're all conservative values, but they're sort of the way my segment, particularly in the movie, basically that I make the claim that the physical shackles in the 18th, 19th century that the Democratic Party would put on you has in the 21st century turned into metaphysical shackles that they put on you in the sense that conservatives, minority conservatives shouldn't think a certain way, shouldn't feel a certain way, and so it's all.
I get told I shouldn't even dress a certain way. No, I'm not even kidding you. Yeah. I get told, and by the way, I'm not black, but I get called a house Muslim. Yeah. I get called Uncle Tom as well, which is a bizarre. What do they call it? They're stealing the phrase from over here. Uh-huh. And I get told, you dress like the white man. What do they expect me to wear? Like a shalvar kameez or something? I don't understand. Hey Jack, or rather, I want Jack Maxey jump in here, or rather, as they're calling you in the YouTube live chat, the man with the hair like Trump.
The man with the hair like Trump, and an attitude like Trump, a winning attitude, people. One thing I wanted to say to Larry, first of all, I lived in Los Angeles for many years, and every single day, my wife at the time forced us both to listen to Larry Elder every day, and I can tell you it was well worth it. Best part of the marriage, actually. And one thing I got to say about Larry is this guy has courage. I was with him several years ago. We were up at the Hoover Institute with Thomas Sowell, and he is absolutely right. Anybody who has not read Thomas Sowell's book, Black Rednecks and White Liberals, is literally missing out on an epiphany. I read that book probably 25 years ago. It completely changed my life and my attitudes. And Larry Elder was a big part of me being exposed to Thomas Sowell and understanding what an incredible intellect he is. I would recommend everybody have one of Thomas Sowell's tomes by their bedside. Just an incredible.
Look, we got to jump.
So is Larry.
There's so much else to cover. There's just so much else to cover. But Vish, I got to go to you. Tell me, what do you hope is the outcome? You're one of the participants in this film. What are the filmmaker and Larry Elder and yourself, all the people that put all the sweat and tears in this thing, what are you trying to accomplish, and what's the next step?
Well, the idea here is that, Steve, we just want minorities just to ask questions, right? If right now you're seeing a whole host of propaganda day and night talking about getting involved, getting active, making sure that you go out and vote. Or you watch any segment on CNN or MSNBC, every single segment ends with, we can only fix this at the polls in November. We can only fix this at the polls in November. But they're obviously messaging to you that you need to vote a certain way. And so what we're trying to do is basically get folks on our side and folks who aren't on our side, but who are minorities, who are black, brown, whatever you call it, non-white, and get them to just ask a question. Wait, I'm being pushed to vote, but who should I vote for? And make those decisions on basically on an independent basis. Don't allow all these cultural institutions to tell you that you're only supposed to vote a certain way. At the end of the day, my goal when I started my activism has always been, from day one when I got involved, was to get 20% of the black vote to vote Republican. That was my number one goal, and that's mainly the reason why I was so interested to do this movie. And so what we're hoping is that if we can get enough of these folks to ask questions, perhaps we can reach that 20% black vote number and basically banish the Democratic Party to regional status.
Wow, amazing. So once again, how do you link to this film, and how you guys distribute it? How do people get access to it? How do they get access to you? How do they get access to Larry Elder and other people in the film?
So Larry Elder's huge on Twitter and whatnot, at Larry Elder Show, I think, is his handle. Mine is at Vish Burra. The movie is at uncletom.com, available for purchase, streaming, as well as you can order the DVD. And they have merchandise as well.
A great website, and they've got merchandise, which is, I gotta say, they're going to step further than the War Room, Vish. Maybe we want to get some of that merchandise link up going on the War Room.
Yeah, before I still got Eldit. We still got Jason Miller's ugly mug still up on the site. Forget it. I don't want to talk.